Hello.
Hi again. This time we're reviewing this Brazilian sci-fi thriller. Um, Very unique concept in that it's about this place in Brazil where crime is virtually non-existent because each person has their own personal security drone watches over them, which watches over them 24/7.
It is fascinating. The serial is called Onisciente, which is, or Omniscient, and it is fascinating in terms of the implications of having a drone watching you 24/7, right? Uh, Crime, like she said, is non-existent. There are hardly any cops in the city, etc. And a young protagonist, Carla Sal, joins the company Omniscient or Onisciente, which is in charge of the drones, the security, and the entire network. Now, the premise behind such a thing is obviously that there's no human which is watching the live video feed from the drone, right? And it's all processed by a central computer, which takes care of things and points out when there's a crime through AI, etc., etc. Now, uh, obviously, you feel more protected because you can't be the victim of a crime, and if you are a criminal, you really have to kind of give up your bad ways or your evil ways. However, in such a city and in such a setup, a murder happens.
Happens, yeah.
And now, what happens when the central system doesn't flag up such a murder, i.e., the system fails? What are the consequences then of such an act? And it's fascinating because first we also get to meet Carla's colleagues, which is Luana Tanaka, and then her very young, dynamic boss, Jonathan Hugginson. The super boss, of course, is Marcelo Ioraldi, and then when such a glitch happens, he's of course the face, and he can't believe something like this has happened. It's like the system is foolproof. How can something like that? What you must have imagined it. It wasn't really a murder, and then obviously the entire city council and everything also gets behind the company. However, she and her brother Wilhelme Prates are obviously not convinced, and they set about trying to find out who was behind the crime. Was there a crime? In this, they find a really unlikely ally, kind of who's working in the mayor's office, Sandra Corvelloni, and then things develop at a pretty frenetic pace. Like I said, it's just 6 episodes, about an hour each, one limited edition in that sense. Uh, what do you do? How do you dodge a drone that is watching you 24/7? So
Yeah.
there's interesting science behind all of that as well.
And how the brother and sister duo are so different in their approaches.
Absolutely. I mean, the brother's
Yeah.
a bit of a, let's call it a wastrel, and she's the one who Papa's really proud of and, looks forward to stuff happening. So there's that difference in
That
character.
difference in character.
And obviously, if you're a criminal, what would you be doing in such a setup, right? How would you be surviving? So lots of fascinating things again, very
Yeah.
provocative questions. Would you want such a system, by the way, in your city? Even if the guarantee is that crime drops to virtually nothing, would you want something like that? And
And it establishes that how the human mind is like capable of so much, even with that threat of the machines, the AI, you know, and how you can, get your way around it because
I think there are fascinating questions here as
powerful.
well. Lots of provocative thoughts come in.
Yeah.
Uh, Definitely very crisp. The series is directed by Pedro Aguilera, who's also the creator, not directed, sorry, he's the creator. Uh, really well done, very crisp, fascinating, and Brazilian. So there's a little bit of that
Yeah.
marvelous South American flair to it as well. Uh, Rating.
Uh, 8.
Eight from me as well. For a change, we are in agreement. I think it's the Brazilian connection which does it
Yes.
for us. So
Very
yeah,
close to our hearts.
do
Yeah.
do let us know what you think. Omnisciente. Thank you.